Okay, so this project is by Caroline Morris, and I did the fajita chicken and fried chicken tacos, focusing on the poblano ingredient. Okay, so for this project, I'll be focusing on poblano that were in the poblano sauce that were on the tacos. Poblano is a mild chili pepper from Puebla, Mexico. This is the reason the pepper has its name, poblano, because of it being originated from Puebla. When the pepper is dried, it is referred to as ancho, and it was known for growing in the mountainous areas near Puebla. Puebla was known as the heart of the country as well. So poblano was used in a dish that reflected the three colors of the Mexican flag following Mexico's independence from Spain. Poblano was very popular in the Aztec civilization, where they had strong religious values to their beliefs in many different gods. Poblano became so popular it fit into the culture because of how it fit into the culture of the Aztec civilization because of their specific diet. Poblano remains very popular in the Aztec civilization because of they loved the mild flavor of the pepper, and this led to lots of recipes being made. Okay, so a major issue for poblano is the effect of climate change that is having on the mountainous areas where it grows. The farmers are saying that the pepper is being burned by the sun, and if it rains, it goes bad. The volcanic activity due to the climate change is another factor that is seriously worrying the farmers. The reason that this is such a social issue is because climate change can be such a controversial social idea, so yeah. Okay, so for one serving size of poblano, it has 17 calories, 0.12 grams of fat, 4.12 grams of carbohydrates, 0.57 grams of protein, and 1.115 grams of fiber. And there's the link for where I found that. Okay, so poblano is super good for you. One pepper contains 95% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin C, which is awesome. The peppers are also very high in this powerful antioxidant, which is important for wound healing and immune function. They're super rich in other vitamins A and C and other compounds that act as antioxidants, and they fight inflammation. Okay, so after talking about how poblano peppers are so good for you, they do have a small amount of heat, which could affect some people, and they also initiate this reflux in some people, especially in those with a sensitive stomachs. So that's one way they could be harmful to people. Okay, so a little bit about the poblano pepper itself. It typically grows to be 4 inches long and are very dark green in color and ripening to dark red or brown. They're mostly picked when green for general cooking. The poblano plant is multi-stemmed and can reach up to 25 inches high, and the pods grow 3 to 6 inches long and 2 to 3 inches wide. And I linked that at the end. So for the seasonality of poblanos, you're supposed to plant them at least 2 or 3 months before the last frost date of the year, and the nighttime temperatures should not drop below 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So people recommend planting them indoors to make sure they get the right amount of heat to survive. For availability, some things that are important for planting poblanos are the spacing, that the plants are spaced out, keeping the soil moist, harvest peppers as they grow, making sure they're getting the right amount of sun, getting rid of pests, and adding organic matter to the mulch, because that also helps them to grow and be super available. Okay, so for the sustainability of poblano peppers, you have to make sure to keep the soil moist, but make sure the soil is not too soggy, and to make sure the weeds do not take over the peppers. But a thin layer of mulch will help the pepper to remain sustainable. Poblano peppers are most sustainable in well-rotted manure in the soil. There's the link for that source below. Okay, so moving on to preparation. So to start, pepper plants indoors about 8 to 10 weeks before transplanting after the last frost of the season. The seeds need to be about 1/4 inch deep in the seed starting formula. And you need to keep the soil moist at 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and then they'll emerge in about 10 to 21 days. And when they emerge, provide light or grow seedlings 3 to 4 inches beneath fluorescent plant lights turned on 16 hours per day, off for 8 hours at night. And this light just allows the plants to grow taller, and they will get too hot without it. Most plants require a dark period to grow and do not leave on the lights for 24 hours. So it's really specific about how much lights the plants receive. And there's the source at the bottom from where I got that information. Okay, so for tasting, I got this meal from Mojo Tacos when I was visiting in Nashville, in Franklin area. The fajita chicken taco tasted very fresh from the veggies and very yummy. And then the fried chicken taco tasted very good because of the seasoning the chicken had. And there's the website from the restaurant. This meal combo was so delicious, and I personally, in general, love Tex-Mex, so this meal was a perfect example of that. The meal came with chips and salsa and queso as well, so altogether was a perfect combo. The tacos were a perfect pair because while they were different, they both were so good and tasted so fresh. The chicken tasted perfect with the seasoning and veggies and pico provided with it. Okay, so for culture comparison, overall, while poblano pepper originated in Mexico, it's become very popular in America for the use of Tex-Mex cuisine. This is something America used in ingredients from native Mexico and Spanish foods to create this Tex-Mex, which has become very popular and common in our culture. Today, there are many popular chain restaurants that are based on Tex-Mex and this poblano pepper that is used in those restaurants.